Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with...
There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played back in. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pass is just off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Barcelona still without a single shot on target. Xavi Alonso. Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble, and Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you?
His performance against Madrid's other team was...
Chance for a shot! Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. He has found the way through. Fabinho gets it away. That's a cute ball. Fabinho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Koeman demonstrating his defensive quality there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Neymar. That's an imaginative pass. No, that's been intercepted. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. And it's Olmo.
Well, he's certainly...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
And if you do have a chance,
any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Dani Olmo. And it's Xabi Alonso. Neymar looking for the run. Odo. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. Costa Curta. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Messi, shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And finally, he has breathed life into the game! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No, again, there's no way through.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Always onto this. He's picked his way through.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Raul, number 10, Messi, coming on the field, number 14,
And he's gone looking for
number
safety.
6, Hazard. Substitutions taking place.
Rummenigge. Now this could be a
2
chance.
minutes has been
Real
indicated.
chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross flung in towards the middle. De Gea claims it without any fuss. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Well, it's not very often that we single out the team's goalkeeper as their most influential player, but I suppose we can make a special exception for this fella, Okaxis, Jim.
No doubt about that, Peter. I mean, whether it's through making saves or just through his sheer presence, he has a huge influence on any team he plays in.
Leading from the back, as it were.
Exactly.
Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. McAllister. Rummenigge. That is a great pick out. Casillas gets rid without sophistication. Neymar receives it in a wide position. And this is Neymar. Shot, surely! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And it's Olmo. Now it's Inzaghi, played out to the left flank. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Costa Curta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Zico. Varane kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking for options for movement. That's a nicely shaped ball. Chance for a shot! He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Villa. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, just skips past his man. Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Inzaghi! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So that's 2 now. He's going for goal! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
That has not gone well. Plays a sharp little ball here. Beckham. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That is good strength. Mateus. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Rummenigge. He's through, now is he in? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Has been indicated.
Filippo Inzaghi. Mateus. And it's Neymar. And no, he's seen through all of that. And the first half is done. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And this is Inzaghi. McAllister. Chiellini. Neymar puts his foot on the gas. Not the most accurate pass. And reclaimed it in a trice. He can run onto that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rummenigge. And he's on it. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Chance! No mistake! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden.
Can he finish? It's in! Barcelona are back in business. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And he's picked out the run. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. McAllister. Now it's Villa.
Bangladesh clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Inzaghi. Zico. McAllister. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed... There's the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
David Villa. Number 4, Albert Ferrer.
And the keeper beats it away.
Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field.
And the finish!
Musiala.
Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Number 19, Costa Curta. Number 16.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And now they can clear their lines.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Rummenigge has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Musiala is there, and he can get that clear. He's going to be disappointed with that.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Can he get it through? Howson with the clearance. Van Dijk.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Look at the space. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he's quick to get it clear again. And that will be the final act. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Barcelona can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter.
And there's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nicely shaped ball. Messi goes on a charge down the left. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free. Varane does really well to win the ball there. Neymar. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played back in. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Davids. And it's Messi. And it's Xavi Alonso. Kukçu. He slows for a shot! Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that pass just didn't quite work. Messi. Davids. Messi. Oh, well played, well played. Neymar. Approaching the half-hour mark. Dani Olmo looking to run onto it. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Xavi Alonso. And it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. Varane deals with that comfortably. Mateus. He won't be happy with that one. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. It's a promising position, and it's played into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Van Nistelrooy. That's a throw. Chiellini. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So the first half brought no goals. And here's Forlan, spread out to the left. And it's Forlan. Nicely spread. Kukçu unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Brilliantly cut out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Forlan. Kukçu. Great vision. They're urging him to shoot. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. And the counter is on. Maldini. Looking for a runner. Varane makes the interception. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting match. Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Arsenal have their second corner now. Big header! And it's in! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And he's there to clear it. Grealish, looking to be a menace in the final third. Kukçu. Now Costa Curta. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, good rail chance! Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Forlan, Messi. No, he refuses to take the bait.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but
And it's Pato. He's gone for goal! Should have equalised.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Xavi Alonso. And this is Forlan. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Tries a shot! It's a goal! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Threads one in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Added time.
And here's Pato. And this is shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 10.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Mateus. Coming on the field. Number 9.
Chiellini clears it away.
18.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Germany.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here, that's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways, and a model man, and I would say a model footballer.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Belletti, he's found the way through. That looks a good cross.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Xavi Alonso. Neymar. He's beaten the last man. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
This looks promising. There's a sharp little ball here. Flings in across. And we have our very first corner. Xavi Alonso with the short one. And that's really well manoeuvred. And now a sudden chance to counter. McAllister has it out wide and in space. Great ball, and he's in here. Now that looks a decent ball. Howson gets over and intercepts. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Neymar. Messi, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Cantona. Cantona couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Germany look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Belletti. Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. Elects to cross. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Kohler is offering a wry smile there.
This is their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Hoisted in. Gets his head on it! And he's done it!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Germany are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to...
And another try! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Up he goes!
Has been indicated.
Oh, it's come off the upright. Real chance! And he's there to get it away. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back on the way.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Cantona. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, sweet feet.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a sharp pass.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh no, what has happened here? Yamal, he is through here. Takes a shot! McAllister is always looking to break lines. Now it's Cantona. That pass has been well intercepted. Defending was strong and firm. And this is Pato. It's Pato! Superb from Pato! He's got himself an absolute peach. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Belletti. That looks a good ball through. And smartly reclaimed.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he was quick to react. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Spread neatly. It's a promising position. Deep cross. He's got tall. And that may well be that. That is that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Varane, this guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember covering his first game, with you in fact. He really has come an awful long way, hasn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Played back in. Adams. So what can they make of this? Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's shifting through, it's Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Danger averted for now. That's good running with the ball. He's got away. Batistuta is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Neymar. Oh no, this does not look good. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Guardiola cuts it out. Looking for a runner. Varane gets across to intercept that. Rice. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Shot could be on. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Olmo. Dani Olmo takes control of it and he's on the move. He can get that clear. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar. And here's Dani Olmo. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Rijkaard has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh, this is a great position. Xavi Alonso played into space. Rodri. Neymar looking to penetrate opposition line. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Rijkaard has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. Neymar! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Barcelona ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Cruyff. And this is Batistuta. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Bale. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Neymar goes on a run down the left wing.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And the counter is on. He is through here. Tries to play it through. And he's managed to get for it. Shot a goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitutions taking place.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Two fresh faces, and both in the front line.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Aimed beyond the defence. Conte, nicely aimed pass. Now it's Bebeto.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rodri. Hazard. This might spell danger. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Hazard just eases him off the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's had a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
But before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Knocks it into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. And he plays one through. Takes a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 3.
Desperate defending required here.
Coming on to replace him is number 24, Howson.
Cleared without hesitation. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to kick off.
to today's
The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Cantona. Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Khan gets it away. And it's Neymar. Cantona. Pass is just off target. Deftly away. Played into space. Always onto this. And that has been cleared. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And they've got rid. And he's only too happy to take that back. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Rummenigge. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Referee's given a throw. He is through here. Crosses it in.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Neymar. That's a decent clearance. And now the breakaway. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tries to play it through. Mateus. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Pato. Cleared without complication. Aimed beyond the defence. Albert Ferrer. And Mateus. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in. There's the shot! Superb goal!
Well, that's very much changed complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And it's been given away, showing good feet. Rummenigge with the cross. Pato! And the first half is done. High octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Neymar. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Cantona. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Rodri getting this one clear. And the pass is intercepted. Great vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Cantona. Real chance! And one more try! Oh, taken with style! Barcelona are back in business. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this...
And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Big chance! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Terrific header! And that could come back to haunt them.
Oh, what a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Costa Curta, who's on a run down the left wing. That is good alertness. Can he get on the end of this? Van Balten makes the interception. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Looking for the run, and it's been played through. Neymar! Oh, he's really drilled it.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Shot a goal! Decent enough try. That's a nicely weighted... It's a mighty effort! That was superb goalkeeping.
Haaland.
And that will be the final act. Barcelona have won it by sheer force of character as winning teams. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet
everybody,
to kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision and creativity in addition to his finishing now.
And a reputation for being lethal, clinical, vital in front of goal is by now very, very richly deserved.
Really effective.
Rummenigge. Pato. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Rummenigge. Chance for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Forlan. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Best! He scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Can he finish? Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Pato, distributed tidily. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Barcelona with this to level it up. Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And there's green grass ahead of him. Forlan, he's picked his way through. Oh, good take in a good area. And the shot! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably float.
It's Pato! And that's gone loose. And he's had it nicked away. Quality ball. Best. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Pato.
Has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Little doubt, that is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So, your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Forlan having a look.
Well, he's very much the go-to guy. This is right up his street.
That is some save from De Gea. Oh, the keeper's had to be at his best. That was a wicked hit.
Oh, that was stunning. He judged that beautifully.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, he's had a shot! In he goes again! Otto gets flagged offside. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through. He's cut it out. Mateus. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Pato. Looking to play him in. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that's been intercepted. Oh no, what has happened here? Picked out brilliantly. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Pato. And the counter is on. Oh, that's clever. And he welcomes it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they win it back again.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's a little off target. Forward it goes. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Hazard. That is a great pick out. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Barcelona presented with a golden opportunity here.
Substitution on the field. Number 1, Van der Sar. Coming on to replace
Dealing
him
with the
is
pressure.
Number 16, Schmeichel. Substitution.
No, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Forlan. It's run loose here. Great vision. And it's been played through. And he's onside. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is. Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And that's it. Barcelona perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come, although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending. And that...
Decent chance! And we have our very first corner. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Fulham are looking to go forward now.